Go ahead.
I'd like to call to order Airway Heights Planning Commissioners meeting for February the 8th, 2023 at 6:01 p.m. I got something. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do the roll call. Cal Patel, present. Mark Collins,
Present.
Angelina Campobezzo, she's not here yet. We'll just wait for her. We'll do the Pledge of Alliances and then probably move down to the items. So I'll start with that. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of
United
America
States
and to the
and to
republic
the republic which
stands
stands
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
justice for all. Thank you. So it's okay to just move straight to the we're gonna skip we're gonna have to do the approval of last meeting. Okay, so we can't do an approval, right? There's only two of us. So we have to
Correct.
just move. So we'll just skip to the workshop. And the workshop tonight is meet and greet with the future planning commissioner candidates. So I'll hand it over to staff if they want to begin with the first candidate. Are we going to open up to all the candidates at one time?
We can certainly do it one at a time.
Okay. Who do we have on tonight?
So it looks like we have Bill Campbell, Justin Davis, and Don Mitchell are the three candidates who are here currently.
Oh, they are here tonight. Okay. So maybe can they hear us? Can you guys hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Bill? Justin?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
And Don?
Yes,
Just want to
I
make
can hear you.
sure. My name is Cal Patel. I'm the chairperson for the planning commissioner, and I would like to welcome all of you interested in becoming a planning commissioner. I just wanted to bring up that it does require dedication and not a lot of time, but once a week, you have to, we expect everybody to attend the meeting, and prior to the meeting, you'll probably have to spend a couple of hours just reading what's going to be on the agenda. And I just want you guys to be familiar, but it is a nice starting point for a lot of people that have become planning commissioners. And now I would say probably I've been here about 6 years, and I've seen 4 of those planning commissioners become councilmen. So it is a very good starting point if you want to move further into the city, and there's a lot of things we can learn from you, and hopefully you can learn from us. And I would like to start by maybe having Bill Campbell just tell us a little bit about himself. What makes him, I guess, what makes you want to become a planning commissioner?
Well, I retired from a 40-year career with the Air National.
We lost audio.
Guard,
We're losing audio with you, Bill.
in 2018, and we relocated. Can you hear me?
Now we can, but we lost what you said prior to that, 2018.
Well, I'll apologize up front. My internet here is a little bit unstable. I'm hoping to fix that with a new modem here tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So I retired in 2018 after a lengthy career with the Air National Guard here at Fairchild and elsewhere. Relocated also in 2018 out here to Airway Heights with my wife, and we like it out here. It's a great community. And because I am retired and I like to know both what's going on in our community And I'd like to be able to participate in helping to shape the future. I think Airway Heights has a great future ahead of it. And I think as obviously you folks do too, and I've done a little bit of looking at the comprehensive plan, and it looks like the community has a vision for the future, and I'd like to be a part of helping it come to fruition.
Well, I think it'll be nice to have you here because I think we never had anybody from like the Air Force side of the community representing us in the last 3 years. So it will be nice. Mark, you want to ask any questions?
No, I don't have anything, Cal.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Bill, thank you for coming tonight. We look forward in working with you. We don't want to treat this like a job interview. So please, if we don't ask you too many questions, this is we're easygoing here. Okay.
You know what, Cal? I am going to ask one question, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Bill, are you going to leave us and go on to city council eventually? I don't know if he didn't hear me or not.
I don't think so. He heard you. I think we just lost him.
No worries. It's kind of more tongue in cheek anyhow. Everybody that we get that's in Airway Heights ends up going to city council.
Well, that's an opportunity, right? For most of the guys. It's good to see that people are progressing, you know.
Yes, I agree.
Bill, I think we lost him.
He'll still here. Cal, I would just make a recommendation. You can also open questions up for the folks here to you as well, if they have any
Sure.
questions.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, we're open to answering any questions you guys have in reference to the planning commissioner. So please feel to ask us questions as we ask you. If you don't have anything else to ask or say, I'd like to move to Justin Davis. Mr. Davis.
Yep. So
I know you. You're from
I know.
the cafe.
I do have one question, if you can still hear me.
It took you guys
Is
long
there
enough to give
plans?
me a call, you know? No, so Justin Davis, I own Wolfies here in Airway Heights. My wife and I run that together. And so obviously I have an invested interest in the direction that Airway Heights goes. I also just recently actually accepted a job opportunity with Lincoln County. I'm joining their sheriff's department out there as a road deputy. My goal, as I've talked to Brad Richmond numerous times about, is after a few years of doing that, I would like to be able to come over to Airway Heights and actually do law enforcement over here while still having the restaurant. So like I said, where we end up going in the direction of our city, I think is going to be fundamental for not only our business, but for our law enforcement as well. So I would like to have an active role in seeing where that goes.
It'll be nice to have you on the board. I think you became more interested when we were doing the landscaping thing, I guess, right?
Yep, definitely was a part of it that I was curious about. Yeah, you guys tried to treat me all in. I paid for that visibility.
You wanted your drive-through back. That's what it was.
Uh-huh.
No, I appreciate you making an effort to join us, and I think your vision sounds very nice that you eventually want to become law enforcement in Airway Heights. So
Yes,
I welcome you, you know, as a candidate for the planning commissioner. But I don't have a lot of questions for you because I've seen you many times at the restaurant. So
yeah,
I know who you
talked to
are.
you guys. I've worked with Don Mitchell a little bit, so yeah, I think he could vouch for me that I'm pretty dedicated to this. So,
Mark, if you want to ask any questions to Justin.
No, I don't have any questions. Just gonna say thank you for applying. It'll be nice if you get on the board to have another business perspective. I know Cal and I have our own, so just having a whole other perspective will be kind of nice.
no, I think the difference of ideas is what's going to help push us in the right direction. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. That
Do you have
whole
any
drive
questions
thing
for
was a
us?
long thing. So
Yep.
Okay. If Justin, you don't have any other questions or nobody wants to ask him anything, I'd like to move to the next.
Cal.
candidate.
Cal.
Yeah, sorry, go
Cal.
ahead.
Cal, can we go back to Bill? I think Bill actually had a question, but we had some.
Lost him? Okay, no problem. Sure.
Thank
Bill?
Sorry, I'm a real novice when it comes to the Zoom thing, which actually feeds into my question. Is there a plan to take the meetings back to in-person at some point?
Staff?
I think last time I talked to staff, we eventually we like to do a hybrid model, right? But that depends on the technology and how we can make that happen.
Yes, that's a really good question. One of the base transition points from post-COVID was equipping our courtroom, which is where the city council and the planning commission had held their meetings, with the capability to broadcast and to be compatible with Zoom. And it's been very rocky for the council. It's requiring an additional person to try and operate the equipment, and the microphones are very poor quality, and they've had problems with the cameras. But the good news is that we applied for a grant and we received the grant. And so the city just recently in January was opening the bids for the purchase and installation of new microphone and video equipment into those chambers. So I expect that we'll get a timeline of what would be needed in order to upgrade all of that equipment so that there could be a more flawless operation of the meeting. So for example, I was at I think the last city council meeting, and while people were on Zoom could hear it, the broadcast could not pick up the microphone. So people were only hearing gurgle through the microphone system, which was the TV portion of the recording. So they're not integrated. So the planning commission, I think, was kind of waiting until all of this happened so that we'd actually have a more capability of operating the hybrid model.
So you're looking at probably middle of the year. Maybe we can
We'll
go.
get an update because I wasn't present when they opened the bids, and I did not get a chance to see what the timeline proposed and those bids were for the installation of the equipment, but we can get that for you and provide that. So the goal is still to move to a hybrid model. It was just so difficult with the equipment that we had that it had been a challenge. Because it's a courtroom, it wasn't set up to necessarily live broadcast integrated with Zoom or with Facebook. And I think Bill's video for the.
Anything else, Bill? Hope that answers your question. And we're gonna move to the next candidate, Mr. Don Mitchell.
All right. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So I have been a 40+ year resident of Airway Heights, currently serving on the park board now. About, 15 years ago, I was on city council for 8 years, and then decided it was time to move on as our boys were getting older, and we had just adopted a couple little kids, so needed to spend some time with them. And I've always lived in the community and just volunteered, put my time to wherever I felt there was a need, and this is an area I think I can be helpful in. As a career, I am a real estate broker now. My wife and I also have rentals in Airway Heights and in Spokane, and we are small developers, flipping houses and remodeling a couple commercial buildings. So it just seems like it's a good fit, having lived out here and a little bit of history of the town, and wanted to just jump back in and see what I can do. And to answer, was it Mark's question earlier? I don't plan on going back to council. Because I'm going this direction, just
Nice.
yeah, just
We lose everybody.
yeah. Back in the day, it was a big time commitment. I don't think it's quite as bad, but yeah, I just trying to find areas where I feel I can do some good.
Well, with the experience you have and knowing Airway Heights, it'll be welcomed.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to working with you, Don.
Yeah, thanks.
Do we have anybody else? Only 3 candidates right now.
There was one other person who was invited who has applied, but it's not clear that she's here this evening.
Oh, okay. So if the candidates have any questions, I'd like to open up to them. If not, then I would like to move to the next item. Anybody have a question pertaining to future candidates? Mark, staff?
I don't have anything, Cal.
But anyway, I would like to thank all of you for making an effort for coming tonight. And it's great that you came and you see how we're functioning. So it will be nice to have you guys on board, and hopefully we'll have a good team moving forward, because the staff is very, very busy this year, they say. So it will help everybody a lot. So if there's nothing there, I open up for commissioners' reports. I don't have anything. Mark, do you have anything?
No, Cal, I don't have anything.
Well, this is going to be the fastest meeting we ever had. So guys, don't get used to it, okay? I'd like to open up to staff report and hand it over to staff.
Oh, Zach, do you want to go first?
Yeah, give me just 1 second here. Can you actually stop sharing, Heather? Thank you. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what we're doing on the website, because it's been my primary kind of focus over the past couple weeks, trying to get this up to snuff and done. So this is the new homepage. We are currently building these out with individual pages. I wanted to just give you an idea of a couple of these. The calendar's not done. Schools page. Last month we did have a conversation. I believe I showed you guys the school page. Mark and Angelina had comments about Westwood Middle School, which we now have on there, and we have a nice little picture that I drove out and took in the rain. So yay. But we also have updated images from Cheney Middle School, Cheney High School, Snowden. Actually, Snowden is not there yet, but that is our sunset picture. A couple of the other pages, most of these, I just want to show you kind of the variation in formats and some of the updates we're doing to the existing content. So in this case, this is transportation. So this is a transit. Instead of going to static maps, we're actually linking straight out to Spokane Transit. So as things change, all this information will stay up to date because they're updating it. But this new, let's see, city strategic plan, again, this is just kind of showing the variation of the different type of formats we're using. Council committees, so we now have assignments and alternatives and things like that. It's broken down, it's a lot cleaner than it is on the existing site. This is our job openings page. So now you can click on these individuals and the employee applications. It links up to Parks and Rec. So I have these last 2 pages I want to kind of show you before and after. So this is the police history page. It's got a lot of really good content on it. You can kind of see the old badges, stuff like that. This picture from 2006, some information regarding the marshals in chief over the years. So we have brought that into our new site and restructured it a little bit just to give it a little more flair. And these images are a lot brighter, easier to see, and just a nice cleaner look. And then the last one I wanted to show you was, again, is we have this list of links on our site, which is, there's a lot of good information in here. The problem is it's not very well organized. So if you go, you can kind of see it's now organized a little bit into the tribes, community resources, agencies, economic resources, stuff like that. So these are the changes we're really working on right now, going through page by page. There's 114 pages on our site. That's including probably 10 to 15 new pages that we created. Every single word on every single site is being vetted and processed, and hopefully the goal is to launch this by the end of February. So the whole new site will be up at the end of February. That being said, I got a lot of work to do still. So with that, what else we got? The only other major project, we did have the hearing for the mixed use project that we've been talking about over the past couple of months. So we are awaiting the hearing examiner's decision on that. whether he allows for approval or not, but that'll be the city's first mixed use project with the mixed use language in the code that was established in 2012. So that'll be a big project for the city. But really, that's all. I'm doing a lot of work on the website and we're doing current planning. We're about to start the new development season, so we're really excited to see what's next. So yeah, Heather.
Well, along those lines, just letting you know that we did receive a new preliminary plat application for 64 single family lots up at the northwest portion of the city. So we'll be bringing that preliminary plat to planning commission. So we'll be briefing that, potentially in April, and then probably in hearing in May for you. We did receive final plat for the rest of the Hunters Crossing North property, so that'll bring another 50 plus single family lots online. We also will be bringing forward a proposed rezone up in the area on the north side of the city, just south of Dino Road. That's going to be a little bit a coordination trick because it includes a conditional use permit. Rezones are in the realm of a legislative change, so that comes to the planning commission and the city council for the zone change. But there's a conditional use permit required because they're going to propose mining at that location. So it's an extension of the mining operation at the very north portion of the city. If that goes to the hearings examiner, so we'll likely be bringing those applications for rezone to hearing for you again, likely in the April timeframe of this year. So we're off to a swift start with regards to applications, and I've had lots of inquiries over the past 6 weeks. So we think it's going to be a pretty busy year again for the city for new development moving forward. So those are probably most of the current planning related updates for you. We also are going to be actively pursuing additional transportation grants. We're working with the consultant to help us identify projects that will help us really dial in on getting construction dollars. And I think we're making great headway with regards to getting some transportation improvement out there. So I think that's probably most of the things that happened just over the last month. Any questions from the commission?
No, thank you, Heather.
No.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. And that concludes staff's reports for this month. Thank you, Cal.
Thank you, staff. If
Cal.
there's- Yes, Mark.
Before we adjourn this meeting, can we record Angelina's
Absentee?
attendance today?
Yes. I'd like to put it on record that Angelini was absent tonight on February the 8th. We can vote on that. That's the problem. Mark,
What's that, Cal?
we cannot vote because we don't have a quorum.
Yeah, no, I understand, but we do need to have that vote official because it's part of our rules. It's something that we hadn't been doing.
I can move a motion, but it will only be it will be difficult.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to record a motion, Cal is correct, but we'll note it for the meeting and have that for this meeting, the absence.
Okay. So I'd like to move a motion to have on record Angelini absent tonight. I guess Mark will have to second it.
Well, that's what I believe. We can't do that, Cal.
Okay.
So, but Heather was saying she'll note it for tonight that she wasn't here, but we can't make that motion.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
But yeah, and we can follow up on this as well. We've gone through the policies and procedures of the commission with regards to absences and when they have not contacted the commissioner or the department prior to. So we can follow up on that.
All right, thank you. Just to let the future planning commissioners know, this year we're gonna be pretty strict on attendance because last year the attendance have been pretty all over the place and we couldn't make the quorum sometimes. So this year we are gonna be strict. You know, it's just one of those things, you know. So I just want to let you guys know. Mark keeps a good eye on all this, so which is good. I mean, I'm a little easygoing, but it doesn't work. It's just makes the team fall apart. So
Yes,
if-
and I want to start following these rules like they're written for us and just stick to them each time. I think
That's
it'll
good.
just give us congruence.
no, it's good if somebody does that. You know, it can plays a good somebody checking everything. You know.
Yes.
Anybody else have anything else before I adjourn?
I just really quick, I wanted to thank
Yeah.
everybody for coming today. I spoke to most of you on the phone. Some of you more than once, Don. But yeah, I'm really happy you guys showed up. Appreciate you taking the time and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So we have how many positions open right now? With the new changes, right? I think it was 7, right,
Or-
total?
Yeah, so we just expanded to 7 seats, so we have 4 seats available.
Okay, all right then. Well, we'll see you guys next meeting, but before, let me adjourn the meeting at 6:27 PM, which has been the fastest meeting so far. Did we break a record?
I don't know about that, Cal. Let's go back to before Heather and Zach got there when we were in and out of the city hall in like 5 minutes.
Hey, we bring.
I
good
don't remember
stuff.
that. I don't remember that.
Oh, I remember you, me, and Shane going into that